imagine we'll all feel the impact of rising energy bills this winter, with many struggling with the financial pressure that comes with it.
Well, as the country prepares for those potential blackouts in January, as we were just hearing, British Gas are now teaming up with the Post Office to host free pop-up services offering advice to the public.
So we're joined now by singer and mental health campaigner Professor Green, and also the CEO of the British Gas Energy Trust, Jessica Taplin, to tell us more. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Professor Green, or Stephen, whichever you prefer.
My nan calls me Stephen, or amongst other things, but I won't say those words on morning television. Sorry, Nan.
Bless her. And morning to you, Nan, as well. This is a really important time at the moment.
Incredibly uncertain time.
Yeah, people are really struggling out there. Mental health problems, anxiety, worries about how they're going to make ends meet, and that's something that you have experience of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, mental health has plagued my family. My father took his own life when I was 24. I've had my own bouts of depression, and I saw the stress that my family went through. My nan, in particular, who brought me up, went through due to money struggles. Really, she was working 3 jobs a day, coming home tired, upset. You're going to put money on the gas or the electricity, and there wasn't an energy crisis then. And I can only remember selfishly how that impacted me as a child. Obviously, I saw how it affected her, but I remember how I felt. Children, what they're going through now. 4 out of 5 people are worried about how they're going to pay their bills this winter.
And that's why British Gas have got involved, Jessica. You're from the British Gas Energy Trust. It's the charitable arm of British Gas, right? And you guys try and help people with their bills.
Absolutely. So we've been set up since 2004. We're an independent charitable trust, and we fund about 45 charities, provide frontline money and energy advice across the 3 nations.
Yeah, and what people can find you popping up in a high street, something like that.
So the charities that we fund provide money and energy support services in their local communities, but we're very aware that a lot of people don't know where to find them. So we encourage them to go to the local post office for the British Gas Post Office pop-ups and speak to someone within their local community and share what's on their mind.
And it's so interesting to hear your own experience. When you were talking about, as a child, you called it selfishly. You remember how you felt as a child. But, tell us, how did you feel when you were worried about finances growing up and seeing your mum?
You begin to associate money with stress. Money is problems, and there being a lack of money and the problems that causes, and then not being taught any kind of money management skills as well. It's really difficult. And these are really uncertain times. Uncertainty leads to chaos. Chaos leads to confusion. People are confused, and when you're confused and anxious, there is proven links between financial stress and depression.
Yeah.
The science of social deprivation, this is well documented. People are going to have their mental health impacted, and people want to bury their head in the sand, and that's understandable. People, why would they want to learn money management skills when they feel like they haven't even got the money to manage? But it's important that they seek and access the services that are out there to help them. A lot of people don't feel like there is any help out there, and the British Gas Energy Trust are providing a brilliant service, even if it is just to go and speak your mind in a safe, private space. Yeah. Some people are so isolated, they don't have anyone to talk to.
And it's interesting, you talk about the proven link between financial worries and depression and mental health issues, but also between men and those mental health issues as well. It's a very male problem, and it's great that, as someone whose financial position, I presume, is radically different from how it was when you were growing up, you still feel strongly enough to come out and talk about all of this.
100%. I will never get rid of my working class anxieties. I've still got a mortgage I have to pay off. I still have bills I have to pay. I'm self-employed. Work dries up for me. I end up back where I am quicker than, and I've mismanaged money because I didn't know how to handle it, and because for the first 3 years of working I couldn't get a mortgage because I didn't have accounts. I couldn't prove earnings. So what happened in that 3 years? I wasn't smart enough to just scribble the money away. I was silly with it.
So what kind of money management skills, what do you do now? How do you manage money now that's different from when you were growing up?
Well, for a start, I have money now, so that makes things different. But now I'm trying to be smarter. I'm trying to be more frugal, think about what I spend. I've got a kid now. Everything's really serious. I've been quite careless, not just with my money, but with my time and with my well-being, my life, And I'm not that anymore because I have a kid, I have someone to support, and I'll never rid myself of my working class anxieties. People say, oh, you're middle class now. Well, how? I can never get rid of the anxieties I grew up with. But my kid has a chance to grow up differently and not have those anxieties that I grew up with.